controversial low blows. A big knockdown in the 12th and final round. And Vazquez wins by the skin of his teeth.
And right here, this fight is very much resembling what we saw in a lot of the early rounds in the other matches. Marquez being sharper with his punches and more precise for right now, but that changes with Vazquez.
You know, Vazquez is the bigger puncher, meaning that he can change this fight, the tone of this fight, with one solid punch. And Marquez is aware of that.
And the left hook has been so good for Vazquez in this series. Marquez telling us that he wants to beat the man that, quite honestly, has hurt him, has sent him to the canvas, has just had his number. And this is his opportunity.
A lot of activity, a lot of combination punching, but here comes Vazquez.
That eye really opening up now. Vazquez, deep gash, blood pouring right into his eye.
But Vazquez is making this a little more his fight, even though Marquez is doing so well.
Marquez always in this trilogy, a quick starter. Vazquez usually rallying in the end. Good body shots by Marquez, and they exchange words at the end of the round.
Okay, we're just putting here so you can see a little bit.
1 second. Okay. If you get it started, we're ready to go a little longer. I think we're all right. Okay. Yeah.
Miguel Diaz, the cut man, in the corner for Vazquez.
Now, in round one, there could have been this clash of heads that created the cut. There you see the head of Marquez getting on the eye of Vazquez. And Marquez also, though, showing us a big right hand that hurt that cut considerably.
Oh, that opened it up tremendously.
And at the end of the round, Marquez really took it to him.
Yeah, those body punches, those combination punches inside, all of that is working really good for Marquez. He's determined tonight like I've never seen him before.
Jim Gray telling us the referee has stated that the cut came from a punch and not a headbutt.
Oh, that's a significant call on this fight because that cut was so bad. I mean,
stylistically, now they clashed heads at the end of the round, and there was a little cut on the forehead of Marquez. That was what he was mad about. Marquez, though, is doing something really wrong. He's mad now, and he is standing in front of Vazquez, squaring himself up.
And that's giving Vazquez every opportunity.
That's what happened in fight two.
With that big counter punch. Why would you do that when you're controlling this fight from the outside?
Every time he's done that in this series, Vazquez comes back. But look at Marquez. Man, can this guy throw combinations?
He's looking sharp tonight, Al. He really is looking sharp tonight.
And as Marquez told us, he wants to knock him out another headbutt.
Headbutt, right eye, box.
And now he's cut on the right eye. Wow. How long can he go with these severe cuts over his eyes? Nice body work. Oh, beautiful looping right hand by Marquez. That slows Vazquez down.
That hurt him.
And it dropped him. And he can't see. Why do you stay in there?
I mean, he's a proud fighter. He's fighting for his country. I mean, this is what real fighters do.
Here he comes. He might not have much time. Third round. Scheduled for 12. Left hook to the body. Another right hand. Vazquez in trouble. Oh, and they stop it. Just like that. Rafael Marquez. Short night. And we're all tied up 2-2. Rafael Marquez came out with the fury. He said he wanted to knock Vazquez out, and that's exactly what he did.
It was a combination, as these two men shared the respect that they have for each other and they've shown leading up to this. It was a matter of the cuts being a big issue and Rafael Marquez's normal quick start being enough because of the cuts.
Yes, I mean, I was afraid of those cuts opening up and being a problem in the fighters meeting. It was his Achilles heel tonight, but Marquez, through the combinations, he threw those sharp punches, and he targeted those eyes early on, and that's what caused him to be victorious tonight.
And he cut him in the first round. And as you mentioned before the fight start, it wasn't a big punch. It was something grazing, and it opened him up immediately.
Yes, it did. And he continued to target those cuts. You know, great fight by Marquez.
And I think what's significant about this fight is Rafael Marquez showed the same technical ability that we have seen from him in recent fights. It's very important for him. So while questions remain raised about Vazquez, there are no questions about Rafael Marquez. He clearly still has his skill level intact.
Well, you know, with those fights that Vazquez won, Will won those fights. Not that Marquez wasn't more skillful, but the will of Vazquez won. And tonight, Marquez came with equal amount of will and willed himself to a third-round knockout.
But the cuts over the eyes of Israel Vazquez now really turning out to be a problem in his career. He's been cut up in his last, 3 or 4 fights.
Now, here in this round, there was a clash of heads between the two fighters, and there's Vazquez complaining about it to the referee, and he would, in fact, accept that it was a clash of heads. There was yet another in this round, and there it is and Vazquez wincing from it. That also helped open up the cut, and that's, not a pretty sight. This is the knockdown. Vazquez, that right hand really stunned him, and I think a combination of that, the punch, the cuts, the wear and tear in this fight so far was what really ended up putting him down. And even though there were clashes of heads, the fact of the matter is Rafael Marquez was technically very sound in this fight, and this is where the fight was stopped as Vazquez was just unable to defend himself.
Al, that has to be the most severe cut I've ever seen in boxing.
It's one of the worst, isn't it?
His whole eyelid was flipped upside out, and that's why, it was no need to take more punishment on that eye. He needs to go get serious surgery and hope and pray that he's able to resume his career. If not, he's had a glorious career and should be appreciated.
32 years old. And Israel Vazquez in the ring, and we now go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 33 seconds in round